Ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
We're back
with the DBS.
Tyler,
you've been on a little bit of hiatus. You also were gone this last weekend.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I went camping.
I was gonna say, when you can't, you're not in the greatest of moods this morning.
You don't get to decide my mood.
But I can just tell because I know Tyler in a good mood and I know Tyler in a not so good mood.
I'm just tired, but now I'm in a bad mood because Jake doesn't respond and you're calling me out. I was in a good mood. I was just tired.
No, you weren't.
Shut the fuck up, Trevor.
I woke up.
Fuck you.
I woke up ready to fucking go.
I know.
There are mornings that happens to me, and then there are mornings that doesn't happen to me. I don't know what the caveat is. I think it's probably whatever mood my kid's in that morning.
Sleep as well.
Did sleep really good last night. Wife's out of town. Could just sprawl out in the middle of the bed.
Nice.
So I don't know. That could be it too. But I mean, you went on what looked like a really cool camping trip for your honeymoon.
Oh, well, it was my 1 year anniversary.
Okay.
Not a honeymoon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was my 1 year anniversary. I went camping up in the Duluth area, tenting. Becca so we were going to do legit ass camping, like hike in or kayak in. You stay in the woods. You fucking fish your meals. Like we obviously would have brought some food, but you do it and you do it for real. And Becca was all gung ho. She's like, yeah, I want to camp for real. I want to do the real thing. I want to camp. And then the more I thought about it, because I was excited because I love camping like that. The more I thought about it, I was like, I don't think she realizes how intense this is going to be.
Yeah.
So I started dropping hints, being like, yeah, like it's going to be tough that there's no power. She's like, oh, no problem whatsoever. Like, it's going to be tough that there is no bathrooms. She's like, what do you mean? Like, there's no bathrooms. Like, it's not
nature is your bathroom.
It's not like it's a porta potty. We will be shitting in a hole. Like, we are in the woods. There is nothing to go to the bathroom in. Like, we can bring a bucket, but it's got to go in a hole. It's like the rules of camping.
Yeah, you shit on the ground.
Yeah, you got to bury it. You're supposed to bury it, but whatever. I don't know. That's just what I was taught. It's a rule in most national parks.
Somebody doesn't step in it.
So what if a fucking bear doesn't bury his own shit? Is he gonna get shot?
Human waste. You're supposed to bury your waste.
I mean, that's partially one reason why I'm just not a camper.
Because of the shit burying?
Yeah.
What is... and I get that, yeah, because of the shit bury. I don't like picking up my dog's own shit, so why would I want to pick my own up?
That's why you dig a hole first. You don't have to pick it up. You just cover it up.
Well, there we go. Now I got to dig a hole. It's so much more work than just... I mean, I get it. You're out in nature. You're enjoying the beautiful part of life, that being nature, the water, kayak. It's like this cool experience. But it's so much work. And I don't know what other reason I need other than it's so much work.
It's not really. It's a lot of work right away setting up, and it's a lot of work tearing down and getting out. But once you're set up, that kind of camping is pretty chill. Unless, like, it's not a lot of work to dig a 6-inch hole.
No, but then cooking is a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. I mean, cooking is a lot of work at a regular campground too. I mean, you can bring a grill.
Mm-hmm.
You bring
No, I'm not even saying cooking at a regular. I'm saying like just going out to eat because you're staying in an Airbnb.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Cooking.
Like comparing the relatively speaking, comparing the two.
I think you would like it minus the.
I mean, I've canoed into the Boundary Waters.
Yeah.
I've stayed for 4 days.
Yeah, so you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I like it a lot. I would do that.
And this is no day. I'm glad you did it because a lot of people do enjoy it. I for some reason I can't get on board.
So we didn't do it. I just realized like slowly over the last few months that Becca didn't realize what we were about to fucking do. And so I decided, I was like, hey, you're not ready. We'll just go camping at a regular campground that's like for tents and stuff, but there's a bathroom down the road and there's an office to go buy wood and there's whatever, right? So we just stay at a regular campground that's like on the outskirts of Duluth, and then we just do a bunch of hikes and shit. But on Saturday, we decide to golf in the morning.
Where at?
Anger Park Golf Course. Nice little golf park or golf course right in the middle of town. It's like, I think part of the city owned deal because there's like an Anger Park atrium and there's an Anger Park golf course, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
I love my wife dearly. We've been happily married for an entire year.
Where's the however?
Eesh.
This is the last time we'll golf together.
Really?
You piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now.
I just keep telling myself it's going to get better, but it doesn't. She is the grumpiest old grouch I've ever played golf with. And the thing is,
No shit.
she thinks she's just being peachy out there. We finished and I was like, I'm going to talk about this on the podcast, right? She's like, talk about what? I'm like, what do you mean, what? Shouldn't it be obvious? You have been a spaz for the last 7 holes.
Why?
Just she thinks she should be on fucking tour. And she's like, I just get mad because I know that I hit good shots, and so I should just be able to do it every time. I was like, you clearly don't listen to us because no, you shouldn't. You absolutely should not. She's just, we were 2 shots into hole 1, and she was just pissed. So she sliced a drive way off to the right to Zincham trees, topped a little deal like 30 feet, topped it again, and she was just, golf, just grouchy. And I was like, God damn it, this is going to be a long fucking round.
Maybe just play 9.
Yeah, we only played 9.
Oh, thank
There's
God.
no chance of 18, Trevor. I knew better than that, but she golfs now with like her friends and my grandma and whatever. She golfs with girls all the time, and she says it's awesome, and she says they have a great time. I now know she's lying because because at the end of our 9 holes, she acted like she was in a good mood the whole time. So if she's acting like this with her other friends, I can't believe they're still golfing with her.
Her friends have to be way worse than her.
They must be.
So
Are they
she's like, when
scrambling?
she's winning, and then she's like, oh yeah,
No.
we're good.
Her and her
She
friends
doesn't want to scramble. She would get pissed when I would offer for her to drop with me. She's like, no, I want to play my own ball. I was like, why? Your own ball is fucking 100 yards in the woods.
What's wild? Like, what day was that?
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Okay, what's super wild about what you just said and the story that you just unpacked is the exact same thing happened to me 24 hours later
On
on
Sunday.
Sunday morning. Normally, I don't out my wife on the podcast because she's an absolute saint. I would never do that, and she listens also. The exact same scenario happened to me on Sunday morning. We went out. It was just us two. It was the most beautiful morning of all time. And if we fast forward 18 holes and then even fast forward like throughout the rest of the day, it was just like one of the tougher days mentally I've had in a long time.
Including Pine to Palm.
Yeah, Pine to Palm is fuck all.
Dude, I would have hole 13 Pine to Palm again, then go with Becca again.
Hole 12, par 5.
Yep, you're right.
It's like it's crazy to me how much a round of golf can not ruin my day, but just kind of like eat at me the rest of the day. And it's not because my wife wasn't having fun. Neither of us were having fun. So it's like, I don't know how to describe it. At the end of it, we were talking about like, oh yeah, this person had, I think they just kind of gave up golf. They like just mentally, I don't know, they couldn't handle it. They couldn't play like they were practicing. And she looks at me and she goes, I think I might do the same thing. I'm like, wait, you're going to give up golf? And she literally told me that she may give up golf because of Sunday's round. Because she was not hitting good shots, but at the same time doesn't practice and only plays once every 2 weeks.
We were on hole 7 and I look at Becca. I was like, and I was trying to do this as sly as possible.
It's
like,
not easy to do it.
Well, I look at her.
Like-
we're cruising down to her shitty shot that was probably the 50th. So she lost 23 balls. in 9 holes. So it was probably her 15th ball that she lost.
Holy shit.
I don't tell her I kept track, but I did. So we're headed up. I look at her. I was like, hey, how often do you practice? And she's like,
that's a tough way to do it, Tyler. That's a tough way to, because she knows what you're getting at.
she didn't right away. She did the second question. She's like, you know I don't practice. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I was like, well, how often do you play then? You know what I mean? Practice doesn't matter. She's like, Tyler, you know exactly how often I play. And then I was like, well, quit being so mad about how you're playing then. I was like, I didn't have any fun until the last 3 holes, and she snapped out of it. The last 3 holes were good. And then but I'm still never golfing with her again.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let those 3 holes bait me into another round.
Yeah.
We talked about that. It's like mixing business with pleasure.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough thing to do, especially mixing golf, mixing the biggest hobby I would say any of us have with our significant others.
Yeah. From this point forward, golf is my mistress, and you don't mix the mistress and the wife.
No, because that's bad news. That usually ends really bad.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like I said, the exact same thing happened to me on Sunday. And naturally, like the vibes just, for how nice of a morning it was out, we did a horseshit job of taking advantage of it because the vibes were off.
Did you play bad too, or why were you upset? Were you upset because she was upset?
I started, my game really started to, and my game was, started, I guess I parred the first 2 holes, but after that, my game just started to decline rapidly. So the vibe started to get off, I would say probably around probably after the front 9.
Okay.
And then finally when she decided just to stop playing or just to like maybe hit a drive like every other hole or whatnot, and that's when things started to get maybe a little bit better. And then she's like, I'm gonna drive the cart. And I said, okay, that's fine. And I'm very like, I rarely sit in the passenger seat of a cart because if I can't control my own golf game, which I normally can't, I know I can control where the cart's going. I know I can control the cart in general. So that's why I like to drive. I like to be in control of something. And usually it's not my own mind. So I need to be in control of something else. But I let her drive, gave her some pointers. I'm like, hey, if like,
you could become on how to drive.
Well, like, okay, so no. What I'm saying is like, hey, instead of parking the cart like 30 yards in front of the green, let's just go around to the other tee box, little shit like that. Or like, hey, remember for a righty, you always park on the right side of the ball. For a lefty, you always park on the left side. Because it's like, oh fuck, like I'm thinking of like when you're going up to the ball, it's
and then run it over.
Correct. She started driving the cart, and then she started having a lot more fun. And it's like the most fun she had was not playing golf.
Just whipping shitties out there.
So I don't know. Part of me is like, I hope she doesn't quit playing because I know we've had some really fun rounds together, but at the same time, it's tough for me because like, again, how do you explain when you don't practice and you don't play, you're not going to play good? I
also wanted to like explain to her, like, I play golf so fucking much and you don't see me getting mad about 2-3 bad shots in a row.
It's tough to convey.
Yeah, really I don't know how to like rationalize it.
Like, hey, I mean, you understand how much both of us play, and we are both still dog shit.
Yeah,
in relatively speaking, we're in our own minds, we're both dog shit.
In what world, in anything, any sport, any talent, any life skill, should you be good at something you don't ever do? Name one thing that you should just immediately be awesome at. Thank you.
A lot of crickets there.
A lot of crickets. But I like the cart thing. I'm still not going to get tricked into taking her golfing again. So nice try.
No, I'm just saying in general. I don't know if like there's one thing that you can do. Like going to a movie together while the kids are at grandma and grandpa's that would be fun, but you also can't talk with have a good conversation, or, going out to dinner's nice, but that's very short lived. That's like an hour and a half. Golf is like it's actually the perfect thing to do with your significant other, because it's like 4 hours and unlimited conversation back and forth in the cart.
You'd think.
Now, here's the thing. I also don't understand, like, usually my wife doesn't keep score. So there's no measure of success if you don't keep score. So I guess what is there to get mad at?
So Becca, she didn't keep track of her actual stroke score at all. But we did play bingo, bango, bongo, because I thought that would be like a good game for her to play, because it doesn't matter how long it takes you to the green as long as you do the shot etiquette.
God, I should have fucking played 3-putt poker.
Yeah, she didn't want to do that because I just gave her my previous PXG putter. She's like, I don't want to play a putting game with a new putter. It's like every time you play golf, it's a new putter because you don't putt enough to get used to the one you had.
Yeah.
So we played bingo, bango, bongo, and she beat me because she was first on every time, or at least closer, because she would just get it up really close to just like putts it up there.
Yeah.
But she beat me in that, and I thought that would make it fun for her, that, hey, we got this other game where your strokes don't matter. We're just playing for these points. And it did kind of save it towards the end. Like, that's what she was having fun with the last 3 holes.
Yeah.
But the first 6 were tough.
Yeah, no, that's what I fucked up on. We just played stroke.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's completely my fault. I don't know what am I thinking? Just going into an 18-hole round with my wife, just playing stroke play.
Well, I think too. Also,
$20 a hole. Too.
Yeah, should have. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Match play, Ryan. Come on, figure it out.
God. Oh man. Yeah, I think I was on the golf Reddit yesterday. I've been diving deep into golf Reddit. It's actually one of the coolest communities out there.
Oh my goodness.
And I came across one post by a guy. He said, "How do I get my girlfriend to come golfing with me more?"
Did everyone say don't?
I didn't even click into the art. I didn't even click into it. They call it a thread.
Yeah.
Subreddit.
Yeah.
I didn't even click into it because in the back of my mind, I said, don't.
Yeah.
Number one, it's your girlfriend. You want to break up in the next, break up over the summer when golf is as hot as it can be. Don't golf with your girlfriend.
It was like one of those threads where it only had 20 likes, but 600 comments.
Yeah.
One of those things. Yeah.
Ryan, I'm on the golf Reddit all the time. I've seen this thread, and
just yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you didn't post it yesterday though, right?
Oh,
no, it's been there for a while.
I've literally been on for 24 hours. It's fucking sweet.
But most of them are just don't. They're just guys being funny, saying don't. But if you truly, truly want your girlfriend or your wife to come golfing with you and she has 0 golf experience, the number one comment on that thread is basically just bring her along one time, let her drive the cart, let her go look for balls when you get hitting your shots, let her putt on the greens and stuff like that, which it sounds like you're being really nice right now until you realize that is the exact same advice that I gave everyone to get their 3-year-old into golf. So then when you hear that advice with that context, it's a little fucked up.
Yeah.
Because that's quite literally what I told everybody when it was this is how I got my son into golf. I let him sit on my lap and pretend he's driving the cart. I let him putt on some of the greens. I let him go look for balls. And it's guys, if you want your girlfriend to get into golf, just ask her to golf with you. You don't treat her like a little kid. That's just going to make it worse.
Yeah, I mean, think of how all of us got into golf. It was probably all trial by fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no one way to let someone get into golf. Let them try golf the first hole. Then if they want to just drive the cart, they can. It's fine. Just let them do whatever they want.
I think I've hated golf since I started golfing.
Yeah.
And I remember too, my parents would bring us out, and when I started golfing, I was probably 10, 12 years old. And I did it for a couple years, and then I stopped for 10 years, and then I picked it back up again.
Yeah.
But when I first started, I had this Walmart set. I think they were called Next, NEXXT clubs, I think was my very first set of clubs. Got it for my birthday one year. And back then I was a baseball player, right? And I had the biggest slice of all time. And I just remember how pissed I would get, like, not at my parents, but just in general when we would go out and golf. And I feel like nothing has changed since then.
Yeah.
Hey, how much you practice? Quite a bit? No. Hey, you play? How often do you play? Maybe like twice a month. Oh, weird.
And your parents like, I'll let you drive the cart, Ryan.
Yeah, when you put two and two together, odds are you probably shouldn't be that. You shouldn't be good at all. Because to hit, does anyone know the diameter of a golf ball? Maybe like 1.75 inches.
That sounds about right.
To hit that tiny little ball with a tiny little fucking hunk of metal and put it
fucking stick with a plate at the end.
Yeah, well,
spoon.
And put it into a hole that's like 3 to 4 inches in diameter from 500 yards away.
Are you doing the Robin Williams bit right now?
In 5 strokes. No, I didn't even know there was a Robin Williams bit.
Oh, yeah.
But when you break the game down, it should be fucking hard.
And then they put a little flag in the hole just to give you a fucking hope.
Is there actually a Robin Williams?
Yeah, that's like one of his first stand-up bits.
Oh, that's fucking
like
sweet.
you just almost did it.
R.I.P.
Yeah, sad.
to a legend.
But no, it's an insane fucking
movies.
game. And I'll never do it with my wife again. So that's just what I wanted to share this morning.
Yeah, I think another good way for them to have fun is like before you even go out, like get them a couple drinks of their choice and maybe get them like something to
plastered.
eat. Like basically just like let them post up in the driver's seat. Have them bring a fucking book with or something. Let them post up in the driver's seat and act as if like, hey, we're just going for a Sunday afternoon cruise with the windows down.
I think my move next time is if I bring Becca, we're gonna go to the clubhouse bar first, sit down. I'm gonna leave my wallet there at the table, and then I'm gonna pretend to go to the bathroom and golf. Leave her at the bar.
Just make sure your kids don't think you're going to get them a gallon of milk.
Yeah,
Come back.
I'll bring my kids with me. They're more fun to golf with.
Okay, so what really kind of tipped me over the edge this last weekend, and now I remember the exact scenario, was we were on the 12th hole. It was a par 3, and the sun, this was probably like 8:30, 9 a.m. in the morning. The sun was directly behind the hole. So ball hits club, my eyes lose ball. You have no fucking clue where it's going. And I hit the ball and I look over, I say, lost it. You got any idea where it's at? She goes, no, I didn't see it. Wait, what do you mean you didn't see it? She's like, I lost it in the sun. What? You lost it? Didn't you like just take your hat off and like put your hat over the sun and then like follow the ball like up into the sun and then over the sun and then back down?
They can't get mad at her for this. Sometimes you lose the ball.
I even lose it sometimes.
If she was just like not paying attention whatsoever, then you can get upset.
I think it was also partially that, but I don't think you guys understand. When any of you guys are hitting, you could close your fucking eyes and I'll lead you right to your ball.
Yeah, but
I don't know if that's a me thing.
You've never lost the ball in the air? You've never not seen where it went?
Usually not.
Yeah, it happens.
I can't remember a time where I've lost a ball off of a club that I'm focused in on watching.
I mean, it happens. I've lost the ball off the club before watching for people and be like, hey, I'm sorry, I don't have a fucking clue. I was trying to see it. It's gone.
But you know the general direction of where it went?
It's most of the time, but I couldn't tell you if it's slicing, if it's hooking. I know it for the first 10 yards, it went this way.
Yep.
I just have to didisagree with you.
I just can't get mad at someone for missing it unless you look over there and they're doing the fucking they're doing the bench warmer playing with a butterfly on their baseball glove or something. I can't get mad at it.
Yeah,
maybe I'm just like because I'm such a fucking ball hawk.
Also, what you described sounds like quite literally the situation where you would lose a ball. Yeah. You weren't like, yeah, man, it was like overcast and I was playing a bright orange ball.
Wait, so you're saying just anytime the sun's behind you, you just lose balls every time?
Well, it makes it harder to see.
It does make it harder.
Yeah, it makes it harder to see, but you're not losing balls.
Well, no, not
Imagine
all the time.
if I'm golfing by myself, I have no fucking clue where that ball's at.
Also, I will say this. When I first started golfing, I would lose balls I would not have any idea where they went way more than I do now.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm like, that's a skill acquired.
When you're hitting?
Yeah. Like when I first started golfing, I would have a tough time, like, because like now I can feel, oh, okay, that ball's going to hook or that ball's going to slice or whatever, right? So I already kind of know where to look once the ball comes off my club. But when I'm new, I didn't really have any idea. I'm just trying to focus on keeping my head down.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess jury's out. I guess just if you're golfing with someone, just turn your back to him. Because apparently you don't need to watch the ball.
Classic Ryan.
Realized he was wrong, deflecting.
Yeah.
Don't realize I'm wrong. It's a subjective opinion.
Well, no, it's just people lose balls. Like that's like people like sometimes it's
I understand people lose balls, but when there's another like you take all the precaution to making sure you see where your buddy or your playing partner's ball goes off the club.
Yeah, and sometimes
when we play next Tuesday and next Wednesday, you guys will not lose a ball off of a club because I will see where it goes. And again, that might just be a personal thing, but I take a lot of pride in seeing where my playing partner's ball goes because if I was in a situation where like, oh, I don't even know where to start looking, I would be upset that I have to take a stroke.
Okay, so you're going to tell us exactly where it is, or are you going to give us general direction every time? Because to guarantee,
I'll give you the line.
know where every ball is.
I mean, obviously, you can't guarantee.
To guarantee,
I'll give you the line.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know.
Hey, fucking second shortest evergreen over to the left, about 10 to 15 yards past it.
I also like if we're golfing together and we know the general direction of a ball and we just sometimes can't find it. Like Tyler, last time you and I went out to Osgood, I had a drive that sliced pretty hard. And you were just like, dude, just put a ball down. Like, who cares if it's gone? We know you were right in this area. It's kind of whatever.
Yeah,
like, spectator rule.
Yeah, on 6 or whatever.
Yeah, it's we're not on the tour. If we were on the tour, we're finding that ball for sure.
Yeah, it was in like, it had to have been in like a little fucking hole because there was nothing for it to be lost in situation.
No, wide out in the open. Yeah. So I don't know about you, but I'm not even gonna think about taking a stroke in that situation if Tyler's gonna.
Okay, well, you knew where the ball was going though. You knew the general direction, so we're not even comparing apples to apples here.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So you said it was here. It must have been in a little hole or something. We can't find it. Well, you were looking in the right spot. The ball was like got eaten by a black hole.
Yeah, back to the original argument. I'm just saying, everyone loses a ball once in a while. You can't get mad. If she did it every single time, absolutely, it is your right to get pissed. I would get pissed too.
You guys are right.
The effort,
Jake,
as long as she tried.
And if you look over and she's just like kicking rocks and fucking twiddling her thumbs, then you can get mad. But if she was trying, you can lose. It's okay. It's okay. Teach her the hat trick.
No, the hat trick is how do you, if the sun's in your eyes, just put your fucking hand. Do you guys play baseball? Jake, I think you're a baseball guy, right? You didn't play, but you're a kind of a wannabe type fan.
Ryan's pissed.
I know, he's so pissed.
The hat rule or the hand rule or the glove rule, right? You put your hand up to shade the sun and then you catch the fly ball.
Yeah.
I like to when I look into the sun, I like to take my glasses off and burn my fucking retinas just so I can see it and feel where the ball is going.
Okay, well,
arguing with Ryan makes me want to burn my retinas.
Regardless, well, you're also the type of guy that said you could fucking hit a home run off of a college.
Here we go.
So arguing with you is like arguing with a 5-year-old. And it's not even an argument. What I'm saying is that was my tipping point right there. I was already like, okay, well, I've been playing a shit round and now I have no fucking idea where my ball went.
Yeah, well, that's actually nice because then you get to hit another one. I would lay it down and hit another.
Yeah, it wasn't that type of. I was taking it way more seriously than I should have been.
Did you play well?
I mean, I shot 84.
That's pretty good.
Still. my ex, I still have not learned to not give a fuck. I'm slowly, I think that's like, it's not like mastering the perfect takeaway or Tempo Town USA. It's literally like learning how to not give a fuck, because I've noticed the slight blips in my game where I just could care fucking less. I hit really good shots.
Yeah. Should we do that for the second segment? The skills of not giving a fuck.
Yeah, I think there's a book. It's called The Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Actually?
Can you look that up?
Yeah.
It is.
Is it really?
Trevor
I have
read
the
it.
book.
He wrote it.
Yeah.
I do have the book.
Who wrote it? Do you remember?
No.
I don't give a fuck.
By Mark Manson.
I don't give a fuck
By
who wrote it.
So it's called The Art of Not Giving a Fuck?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You should read that.
I should read that. I actually think I have it at home.
I
We
have
just
it
put a
too.
little golf ball sticker on there.
Yeah.
Imagine you go to Barnes and Noble, you find the section of The Art of Not Giving a Fuck books. You just take like a little tiny golf ball sticker. You put like the golf ball sticker up in the top corner. Those books would be gone in 1 week.
We should just plagiarize the shit out of it and just change a bunch of words to golf words.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just chat GPT it.
Yeah. Right. I am gonna chat GPT. It's like, write me the book, The Art of Not Giving a Fuck, but for golf.
That's actually,
That's good.
we should do that at the break
Okay.
and then come back and see what it gives us.
Also, he's got a sequel called Everything is Fucked, a book about hope. So yeah.
Have you ever considered reading a book about
No.
golf?
No.
Really?
Absolutely not. Unless it's like
I haven't really either, but
I would read like, the hell is that one with Will Smith, the movie Bag
Pursuit
of
of
Ants?
Happiness. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would read a book like that kind of story about golf. I'm not reading a golf self-help book. Absolutely not.
So I've done it one time.
You got a whole book?
Well, no, it's just like I don't know. It's just a little tiny like
Okay.
a book you'd get in a middle school library or something.
Okay.
Matt gave it to me actually,
Nice.
and it was right after I had the Shanks, and so I read this book, and it like mentally kind of helped a little bit, but then again, you get back out on the course and you're just like,
You don't remember a single word of that
No,
book. Yeah.
absolutely not.
Tyler, didn't Grandpa Dave have like a little pamphlet
Oh.
that he kept in his back pocket?
Yeah, but that doesn't count. It is a little book, but it's just straight up how to hit your irons, how to hit your driver, and it just shows pictures of where the ball should be in your stance and shit. That's how he taught himself how to golf, and then he tried to get me to use it, and I mostly just have it as a memento because I love my grandpa.
That's good.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't use the book at all. Grandpa's hearing this and he's disappointed that I have the book now. Grandpa, I don't fucking use it ever.
I'm not gonna lie, I read through that book once and I was like, I could learn a couple things out of this.
I mean, there's unlimited amounts of places to learn how to hit your irons, how to hit your driver.
Mhm.
YouTube, TikTok. I think that's also what fucks a lot of people
That
up.
is a
there's-
problem.
There's so much info. Like when I also on the Reddit yesterday, it was talking about like who is self-taught versus who goes and gets lessons to get taught.
Mhm.
And a lot of them were like, I was self-taught for so many years, but when my game got stuck because I wasn't focusing on what actually needed to be fixed.
Mm.
And in order to identify that, I think you need a third party to take a look and say, hey, you actually are not, transferring your weight from back to front or something like that, whatever.
How do you feel about just tinkering around, like just trying a bunch of different shit and having no idea what it does? So I golfed with this
I like
guy
that.
this
I love
weekend who was very new to golf. And he was having some bad shots and stuff like that. But the one thing that he was doing during the whole round is that he was just constantly trying new things. So like one would come off the hosel and he's like, I'm going to just see where I put this on my feet next time and see what happens there. And like, he wasn't putting up any crazy scores or anything like that, but he was just trying out a lot of different things on the golf course and just watching what was happening when he was changing what variables.
I mean, I think that's exactly what you're supposed to do.
But he had no goal in mind, right? Like if you're trying to just a loft on your ball, you're gonna maybe put it in front of your stance, back your stance. He didn't know any of that type of stuff. He was just simply trying things just to see what happened.
I'm all for that. That's how I figured out most of my Well, but I mean, obviously before lessons, like Ryan said, that's how I figured out 90% of my game. Like there was nothing wrong with what I was doing here, but then I tried this and it's like, wow, I like this. So I'm going to keep doing it. I think that's what all beginning golfers that don't want to get lessons should be doing.
Yeah.
Just fucking around until they do something they like.
I still do. I think, didn't we talk about, I don't know if this was before our Frazee scramble or I don't remember when it was, but some of the best rounds are the ones you just go out and just like fuck around with. Like, hey, instead of hitting like trying to hit like a 54 degree, like kind of a low stinger, whatever, I'm gonna hit a 58 degree flop shot here.
Yep.
Something I wouldn't normally hit.
Or like I'm 140 out. I could soft my wedge here, or I could hit an 8-iron and punch it up there. Just like a half-ass bump and run from 140. Like you can just mess around and do dumb shit and you'll have fun.
I know we've talked about this a lot, not for a while though. When I make the best ball contact is when I am punching out with my 4 or 5 iron. Like I can't even feel the ball off the club. For instance, Sunday morning, I put one into like the first row of trees and I had to punch out, but I could punch right towards the green and possibly get on. 5-iron punch shot from 175 yards, rolled up, pin high, 12-foot birdie putt.
Hell yeah.
So
Punching is sick.
if I'm middle of the fairway from 170 yards out, why, instead of worrying about missing right or missing left, I mean, 170 some yard 4-iron punch shot with, I mean, it's going to roll out 40 yards.
Yeah.
Like that's really not that hard.
Well, you should just start playing the punch in the middle of the fairway. Dude, also,
I mean, that shit would, I would be, my green and regulation percentage would be so much better.
like people have romanticized flop shots. They've romanticized the low stingers that rise. They've romanticized big ass drives. Nobody romanticizes a fucking punch shot that rolls 80 yards on the ground.
100%.
That's way cooler.
And to be able to have that shot in your bag is deadly.
Yeah.
The last day of Pine to Palm, the Constellation Finals, my 4-iron punch shots saved my entire round.
Well, that's how. So the second round that I played too, that my punch shots kept me in like the first 6 holes or whatever. And my dad shows up and he's like, "How are you scraping together pars here?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm punching out of my mind here." He's like, "Wow, because you have a lot of fucking practice at it."
It's the perfect shot to have in your bag.
Yeah.
Even like do you remember Peawood National? when I had the
Prairiewood for the folks at home.
When I had the shanks.
Yep. I remember this.
Hole 3, 125 yard par 3, 7-iron, quarter swing punch shot, lipped out for a hole in one.
Yep. It hit the fairway, rolled up on. Well, not even the fairway. It hit the rough in between. Rolled up on right at the pin. Hit the cup.
And shot directly to the side.
Yeah, gave you a nasty ass birdie putt, but it was still almost a hole in one.
7-iron from 125 yards. Like
on paper, that's insane.
Well, also it's like God, who sent me this? It's there's a video online of like when you walk up to the tee box with an iron and everyone else has a driver, there's just something in our brains when we have an iron. It's like, maybe I should go get back and get a driver.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Do whatever the fuck you want. Because there's the whole stigma of laying up and you're a giant pussy if you lay up, and just it's not. I take it like this. This is, if the 2 guys I played with in my group of 3 for the Pine to Palm, I went iron a lot and they went driver a lot, and my dad was talking shit to me for going iron. I was like, well, watch me outdrive them with my fucking iron here. That's the kind of the
watch me
approach
put one in play and watch them be in the rough.
Yeah, that's how I took it. It's like, watch me hit a better shot with my iron, and then everyone can suck it for going driver here. It's watch me prove it this way, and not I'm being a little bitch and I'm gonna only go right here because I don't want to hit the water. Shit.
But then
I'm doing what I fucking want.
But then the worst is when you grab iron because like, okay, I just got to get one in play, and then you don't put one in play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, why did I even do that? I could have just saved myself and used the driver and put one in the trees with the driver.
Yep. But it's
a fucked
sick
up game.
It's sick when it works, though.
Very sick. When you can stripe one right down the middle, is there anything better? Potentially. There's a lot of things
There's
that
like
are
a
better.
couple things, but not many. We got to take a break, Ryan. We're going way too long.
All right. Be right back.
Ryan, I didn't lose a single union green in my round with Becca, even though she lost 23 balls. And I will be honest, she didn't lose all union greens because I wouldn't let her take mine from me anymore. So she did lose some rando balls, but I didn't lose a single freaking one.
Imagine if you would have brought 24. Oh, you only brought 24, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, wow, this is a lot of golf balls. I mean, my bag is, this is going to weigh the cart down. We have so many golf balls. And then you end up with a single ball
Amongst
at
the
end of
two of us. Single ball to share. Because she lost 23 of them.
Well,
You know,
luckily you
I
brought
think-
24.
You know what would be kind of a fun thing to do? You and I each have 3 union greens, and we play until one person loses all 3, then the other guy wins.
I just saw Tiger Woods used to do that. His dad used to make him play with a single ball. Whenever he lost that ball, the round was done.
Huh.
So yeah, that actually would be kind of fun.
It would be fun. Like, I think we would have to do 3 because there's like a pretty good chance I'd lose it off the first tee,
Yeah.
breakfast ball it. Then
You get 2 minutes to look for a potential lost ball too.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's a play it by ear situation. If you hit it like clearly in towards the woods, you don't get as long as if you hit it into a patch where you should find it.
Yep, definitely. I'd be down to play that.
I think that'd be fun. I don't know what we call it, but we got lots of union greens, so I think that'd be a fun thing to do.
The playability and the affordability make it as if like you could buy 12 dozen UG balls. You could put them in a 5-gallon bucket and just keep them in the back of your truck.
Yeah.
Because then, if you're, for me out at the lake, I really like to chip in the yard.
Yeah.
But when I hit 3 shots, 3 20-yard chips, then I got to go get them. Instead, like, let's just hit a 5-gallon bucket worth of balls and then go and do it again at the other spot.
Yeah.
It's just like the bucket of baseballs that everyone had when they were younger.
Yeah, you should get a trampoline and chip into the trampoline so then it chips back at you.
That's not a bad idea. I did start to, in my yard here in town, I started chipping into the kiddie pool.
Oh.
So, and I had to make 2 out of 5 chips, and I got my lawn like 3-4 inches long right now. It's getting plush. I had to make 2 of 5 chips. I mean, some of them were like, short side, like 10-yard chips. It's fucking hard, dude. But I had golf balls to do it. So like, let's start ripping.
Litter your yard with union greens and you won't be happier.
Guys, uniongreen.com. Also, Poor Caddy back
Deals.
in stock. Poor Caddy 2.0. Better nipple, as they say.
I think they say better nozzle, but you know what we mean.
Oh, really? I thought it quite literally was called a nipple, like they put on the end of booze bottles. It's basically what you're pouring out of.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the ad read we got says nozzle, but I like nipple. We have creative freedom here to call it what we want.
Well, yeah, okay. Upgraded nozzle then.
Upgraded nips.
UG 2.0 or the Poor Caddy 2.0. Uniongreen.com. Guys, got to go check it out. I need to take another inch off my driver.
Really?
I don't know.
No.
Pretty soon I'm gonna be hitting a baby. Like, hey, you can't put those inches back on. Once you take them off, you can't take them. You can't put them back on. But that's the best thing about this set is I have a club that allows me to hit it off the tee without walking up and being like, oh God, everyone else is hitting driver and I'm not.
Yeah.
But when I have the Gen 5 driving iron. When you have the driving iron, you can't hit the regular driver, so you pull that out of the bag and you can stripe it 250.
Which is a long ways for an
It's a
iron.
long ways for an iron. That makes a guy feel really good.
Have you ever hit it out of the fairway?
I was actually asked this yesterday. I've hit it only a handful. I've had it for about 5 months. I've hit it maybe once a month out of the fairway.
Okay. And
About a total of 5 times.
do you like it, or is it only off the tee? That's your move.
Only off the tee is my move.
Okay.
I will typically hit like my hybrid off the fairway.
Okay.
I don't know why,
Yeah.
but rarely hit it off the fairway
Okay.
unless I'm really pissed off. Then I will I will swing as hard as I possibly can, like, and just try and hit like a cool like riser stinger.
Does it work?
It has worked a couple times.
Hell yeah,
it's worked
dude.
a couple times.
So if you want to have a TikTok following where you hit really cool low rising stingers, go to pxg.com, get yourself a driving iron like Ryan.
Yeah, it's the X iron,
Get him
19 degree.
the X iron. It literally puts the X in PXG.
It literally, I mean, you could put an X onto the middle of the fairway, and that's where
Yeah.
you're going to land.
It marks the spot.
pxg.com, guys. Military, first responder discount,
Mm-hmm.
fuego.
New putters, dope. Check it out.
Yeah, Battle Ready 2. Come on now, pxg.com.
Okay. Pro-Am in a couple weeks. Next week.
Yeah,
Next
just, sorry, real quick. I did the Chat GPT thing. I put like, give me a summary of the subtle art of not giving a fuck for golfers. And it gave it to me, and it's kind of stupid. So I either just don't have to read it, or if you guys want me to, I
If
will.
it's stupid, I don't want to read it.
It'll take me 20 seconds.
You brought it up. You might as well.
I brought it up.
Me saying I don't want to read it would just kind of put the nail in the coffin that we would.
And this
Yeah,
is
pretty much.
I mean, there is 10 paragraphs that it gave me. I'll read the last one. The art of not giving a swing. It's not just about. It's not just a book about golf. It's a guide to living a fulfilling life both on and off the course. Through its thought-provoking insights and practical strategies, this book empowers golfers to find their own path, enjoy the game, and ultimately become better players while maintaining a healthy perspective. Whether you're an amateur golfer or a seasoned pro, this book will inspire you to approach golf and life with a newfound sense of freedom, authenticity, and joy.
That should just be
I mean,
our.
I think that's what we're trying to get across.
yeah, that should just be our
It is, but,
podcast
like, it is,
description.
I mean, the way that it spit that out for me is like, come on.
I mean, why? Because that's what we want to do.
But
That's quite literally what our goal is.
no, I understand. My goal is just to like go out and have like the way they describe.
Yeah, I fancied it up.
It's like so. It's so.
like Cartman.
It was so hoity-toity
You did
to me.
hoity-toity.
So, but yeah, I mean, that quite literally is what we're trying to do. It's like the art of not giving a swing. It
Yeah, I mean the title was a shitty title,
was
but
dumb. Yeah,
I mean I agree with the description.
yeah, I do too. I'm also like, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyways.
we got Pro-Am coming up.
Bro, I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie.
There's really no reason to. Well, there is a little bit of reason to be nervous.
Perfect. That's what I wanted.
Because here's the team. This is the team right here.
Mm-hmm.
And last year we had Tyson and Peter. They were sticks.
Right.
So it was me and Jade, and then it was Tyson and Peter who they're members at the course. They're our age, and I mean they know the course like the back of their hand. So
Mhm.
they were absolute sticks. So we really, hey, is this a driver hole? Is this not a driver hole? Hey, what's on the other side of this that trap there? Blah blah blah. Like they knew everything about the course. That's not the case this year. The case is this is our squad, and I'm excited to have. I'm excited for Trevor, especially off the tee box,
Mhm.
because it gives us us a solid. And Trevor, don't be nervous. It's
I think
fine.
Trevor's going to be the
It's-
most nervous of
Yeah,
everyone
I will be.
because he loves professional golf
Mm-hmm.
and he is a head case. And I love you, Trevor, but you get nervous.
Yeah,
you get
I
nervous
will.
in regular rounds.
That first tee shot's going to be very bad.
But we have 4 of them.
Yeah, that's true.
We have 5 of them. Yeah, we got our 4.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
okay,
pros.
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm also looking, Jake. I think around the greens, you're gonna be able to help us out a lot around the greens.
I think so. Yeah.
The short game is probably more so your cup of tea than like long irons and tee box
Yeah, last
shots.
time we played
Can't do
together,
it.
you chipped really well.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't hit long clubs at all. Yep.
Tyler, I mean, I think
I'm going to be dialed front to finish, baby.
one part of your game is going to be on. I just don't know which one. But
Yeah.
one part is going to be on.
It'll be the golf part.
Attaboy.
It'll be the
Yeah.
vibe.
Drinking part.
It'll be the vibes part.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think same goes for me. One part of my game is going to be on. I just hope it's something different than yours.
Yeah. If we could like not sync up, that'd be great.
That would be great.
The thing that I'm nervous about is I don't know. Like, I was nervous about this for the Pine de Palm too. Like, just the etiquette of it all. How serious of golf etiquette do I need to follow that I'm with a PGA Pro? Like, do I need to make sure that I'm coming into the fairway? Is it like 90-degree rule with the carts? Do I have to mark our ball before turning it a little bit every single time with this scramble? Is it just not that serious and we can just fuck around?
It's not that serious.
Okay.
You got to remember, people are paying a lot of money to play in this thing, and because it's a really fun tournament, or it's a really fun scramble.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the PGA Pro, they don't give a shit of what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that we will do though is we'll offer to carry their clubs in our cart, because they'll play the round completely by themselves. They don't scramble with us, so they're just in our group.
Wait, so we can't use their drive?
We can use their drive, yes, but
Can we use their second shot?
I believe we can only use
third?
their. Can we just use their entire round?
Yeah.
I believe we can only use their tee shot, which is fine.
I thought they were like a straight up member of our scramble.
Nope. They're playing. This is like another practice round for
So
them.
this really isn't a pro-am. It's like
I guess I don't know how regular pro-ams operate.
it's like we're playing behind a pro, kind of.
Or
With
look
a
at
pro.
it this way. We're playing against him. All four of us could scramble against a pro. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of what it is.
Essentially
Like,
what it will be. Yeah.
Like,
But, I mean, we can take their drive also. That's the thing.
yeah.
So yes, we're playing. You could say we're playing against the pro, but we're also hitting from tees that on some tee boxes are like 60 yards in front of yours.
I do know this course. I did play this course last year that the pro-am is on.
There's so many courses out there. I don't even know which one we're on.
I think we're playing the layman.
Don't matter. 18 birdies. We're fine.
Yeah. We'll get 18 birdies. Also, 18. I'm closing in on 400 friend connects on 18 birdies. I've been putting some fire content out lately on 18 birdies.
Like what?
I've basically been treating it like Twitter.
Okay. We had a coworker who doesn't golf just make an 18 birdies account, and he's just literally tweeting shit.
So that's what gave me the inspiration
Yeah.
to do it.
Fucking Jared. Jared doesn't golf, and he just like he's been on 18 birdies posting stuff that's just like, green's looking quick today.
It just sounds like
Yeah.
something a golfer would say.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's some good stuff. So check us out on 18 birdies.
No, check Ryan out. I love you guys. I don't want any more 18 birdies friends.
Now the what?
Nothing. I was just looking through some of Jared's quote unquote tweets. These are bangers. Golfing shitty in the rain. When it rains, it pours. Back nine would be a good name for a golf themed bar.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, Jared said it's weird that it's called a 3-wood when it's not made of wood at all. I would change that.
The old ones are though, right?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Oh god, this is good. New golf game. If you don't get a hole in one on each hole, you take a shot.
Yeah.
So go follow Jared Schumacher on 18 birdies.
He's a good follow.
Yep. And stop following me. I appreciate it. And I'm not trying to be a dick, but I cannot go onto that app and start my own round without first having 15 pop-ups.
Tyler.
So just like stop.
Streisand effect. You think you just Streisand affected yourself?
I don't know what that means.
Barbara Streisand wanted a picture of her house deleted off the internet, so then people just shared it even more.
Fuck.
Really?
Yeah, you can't say don't send me friend requests. You're gonna get even more.
I love having friends on 18. come click that follow button, guys. Smash the shit out of it.
Hell yeah. I mean, I'll take them.
Give them to Ryan.
Let's rack them up.
Trying to rack up followers.
I will say, like, one of the funnest parts, I guess you could say,
Most fun.
fun, but also like kind of nerve-wracking parts. Not even this. I mean, again, we have 4 fucking shots. We have 5 shots in the tee box and 4 shots at every other spot. So it's going to the range, and the range is filled.
Uh-huh.
There are 40 guys on the range at one time.
And it's mostly like the actual pros, right?
And they're basically all pros, and some guys from the Pro-Am just mixed in. But you pretty much just pick a range bay, if you will, and you get in line and you just sit there and wait. So when it's your turn to hop up, you're hitting in the middle of 40 pros. You're hearing them strike the ball. You're seeing them strike the ball. And you're like, Jesus Christ. Like, I hope they know, I'm just part of the pro. I'm just here to have a good time, right? Mm-hmm. Just don't watch me. But at the same time, you have 3 other guys behind you, just like kind of biting their fingernails, waiting for you to finish up your range session. So they're also watching you. And it's like, it's a super weird thing to get into right away. But when you can kind of just push that all to the wayside, then it's completely fine.
I'm gonna judge the pros. Like, the guy in front of me will go. I'm like, ooh,
Tyler, you should
just loud enough for him to hear.
Yeah, you should walk up and offer him some advice.
Yeah. I would. Yeah, fix your hands. Ugh. Just little tiny shit to get in their head, and then they'll play really bad, and then we'll win. Because we're competing against other teams, right?
We are, yeah. I mean,
so I'll figure out who our pro is and then sabotage the rest.
Yeah, and our pro last year was Parker Cootie. Has a twin brother named Pearson Cootie, who's now got his PGA Tour Pro card.
Hell yeah.
Parker Cootie also gave his spot up at, was it the RBC?
Yep.
I think he gave his spot up at the RBC for Michael Block to play in that tournament because Block was hot at that time. Also, another crazy thing that happened to us last year, Justin Doden.
Yeah. He's the guy that was on the podcast, right?
No. He was the guy we filmed the commercial with.
Yeah.
So we filmed this PGA Tour Canada commercial with Justin Doden. And you'd be like, well, who's Justin Doden? Well, if you've been in tune with anything golf related in the last couple months, you know that he was the one that got caught cheating at one of the tournaments.
He admitted it too.
After he got caught. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he's like, there were some allegations. He's like, yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
No, this is all based off what I've read. He erased the 7 on a scorecard and put a 5 after the scorecard was signed by his playing partners.
Which, to be fair, same.
Oh, I've done that many times.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe we should reach out and be like, hey, we encourage that type of thing. Like,
just like, you got to pick the time to do it, buddy. And a PGA event is probably not it.
Yeah, and he's a great guy. Great guy. He just, got caught up in some shit. Probably owed some people some money. And
I mean, it happens, dude. We all cheat, whether we mean to or not, whether we erase the number or just say the wrong number.
But think of the guy cheating. I 100% agree. But think of the guys that it affected, who are trying to put food on the table and trying to make it to the PGA Tour.
Yeah, it didn't affect him in the grand scheme. He admitted it. Got DQ'd. Everyone moved up a spot. If anything, he did him a favor.
What do you mean? What?
Yeah, they all moved up a spot because he cheated. So he didn't even get 2 strokes worse ahead of some people. He's completely out. So everyone got to move up one.
Because if they wouldn't have caught him cheating, then he would have fucked over 13 other guys who did not make the cut because of his score.
Potentially. He could have admitted it either way, caught or not.
No, I mean,
there's a chance.
This is like me, like people not watching balls off the tee box. It's the same sort of argument.
I think there's less of a chance of him admitting cheating without getting caught than there is of me being able to see every ball. Anyway,
we gotta get those eyes checked.
Pro-Am.
I will say, I now give my wife the benefit of the doubt in that situation. She did just get LASIK a week and a half ago. So to be able to look into that's
right.
That's a big
Your wife
piece
just
of info.
had eye surgery.
She did.
You can't get mad at her.
No, I'm not mad at her anymore.
Good.
No, because I remember that. So, yeah.
Ryan is. You could say Ryan's not really easy on the eyes.
Hey.
I mean, over the last 15 years, I think I have been.
What? That was a joke about looking good.
I know.
Okay.
Anyway,
Pro-Am.
Go on, Tyler.
I don't know what else. You went. I've never been before. What should I be excited for? What should I be looking out for? What are the laws of the land, Ryan?
Well, one thing I want you guys to know is you just don't think that we are also playing in a PGA Tour Canada event. Because again, the less fucks that we give, the better that we're going to play. Now, I mean, there's going to be some times where I'm sure tempers will flare. Trevor will miss a 4-footer as the first guy putting, and I'll probably fucking take his putter and throw it into the woods.
Yeah, let's determine our order for stuff right now.
Okay.
Trevor can be
First
one
hole.
off the tee.
No,
If
one
it's the
everywhere.
same course, if it's the same course as last year.
Interject. What?
One every time. I'll go first every time.
Every time?
Yeah, for everything.
Okay.
No. You see what he's doing here? He's trying to take all the blame off of himself because, like, well, I'm the first guy. I should have missed that putt, and I shouldn't. I
Why are
should
you
be
being
short.
such a coward?
What do you mean? You guys have your new PXG putters. You guys would make everything. So I'll just go first, give you a line.
No, Jake's gonna go first on the green.
Yeah.
Jake's gonna give us a line.
I think-
You're going last, Trevor.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
Because we don't want it to get to you.
You're going last on the tee box, and you're going last with the putter.
Because Trevor's
why
the
am I
type
going
of
last on the tee box?
Trevor's the type of guy on the green to just fuck up a line on purpose, to mess with us.
Why would I go last on the tee box?
Because you're the most consistent with the
Then why
driver.
would I go first?
Yeah,
You
he's
guys
got to
can
go
smoke?
first, so
Yeah.
then we can go hard at it.
No,
Yeah, you got your
Yeah.
Mr. Consistency goes first on the tee box.
Fairway.
Because he's not gonna.
but I think like distance-wise, dude, you're gonna hang with us.
Yeah, but if we know he's gonna go straight and down the middle every time, then you and I can swing as hard
That's
as
true.
we can.
Okay, that's true. Okay, you can go first.
Because
on the
then
tee
if
box.
he doesn't get if he does miss the fairway, then we know that all right, time for the driving iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to go first in the tee box. I agree with that.
Okay, that's fair.
On the greens, who is the line guy? Jake is
Yeah,
the line
definitely
guy.
me, I think.
Okay.
I'll go last
Okay.
if you guys really want me to.
Trevor doesn't get to putt. So then I'll go second. There we go.
Okay.
The goal is for me to never bring my putter out of its case.
Yeah. See, now we've always, like, we've talked about like who goes first on the tee box and on the greens and all that stuff. Is there any particular order, like when you're in the middle of the fairway or when you're around the green? Because I feel like not really.
I honestly don't either.
Yeah, like I feel like that doesn't really matter, even though like there should be some sort of logic that applies to that. You know, it's golf; you can strategize everything.
Yeah, there is logic. Every time you play a scramble, there is logic for the order of the drive and logic for the order of putting. But nobody ever talks about hitting irons or the wedges. Does it matter at all?
I don't really think so. I think it's just like a get in line type of deal.
I don't know, but think about it, dude. Like if you're on a par 5 and there's a chance to lay up or go for it, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna want to have one person go for it or two people go for it.
Yeah, so I think the first person will lay up. I mean, it's pretty much whoever.
Just repeat
Who's
the
feeling
driving
it,
order.
Who's feeling it good?
yeah, who's feel? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think maybe we do this unintentionally, but what I've kind of seen or at least done during scrambles in my life is whoever hit the drive gets to hit their shot first.
Yeah, that's true. I guess
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm doing that on purpose, but I feel like that happens often.
I feel like that's kind of the unwritten rule. It's like
Yeah.
your ball was here, so you might as well just step up and hit it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, it gives people the opportunity to have like a natty birdie or a natty par for your team or whatever. And that's kind of sick too.
Yeah.
Like when you have all 4 shots or whatever.
Yeah, that's how Ryan got his first eagle.
Yep. First
Really?
eagle, scramble, natural eagle though.
See,
So we'll take
because you were relaxed. You weren't stressing about it.
I mean, you guys, again, don't overthink. This is going to be this is going to be a really fun round.
yeah.
It's nothing to stress out. Like we'll be drinking some beers. We'll be doing, guy stuff.
Yeah. Also, if you just let the person who hit the drive, you just let them hit their first shot, the ball's gone. There's nothing to mark what a club length away would
I
be
see what you're
for the
doing.
next 3 guys to hit.
That's true.
So all of a sudden, the club is my extendo club, and we're
Yeah.
about 20 yards inward.
For sure. We're a fairway instead of first cut.
Yeah. Yeah. So just whoever hit the drive, let them hit the second shot first so you can cheat. Boom. Rules.
I dig.
I feel like on this pod, we've talked a lot about getting back to having fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first part of getting back to fun golf, and argue with me if you want, or have a different opinion if you want. I'll take them. But I think if
No, he won't. No, he
He's
won't.
ready to go. Yeah.
no, I'll
He's
take
gonna win one
I'll
argument
take
today.
I'll take them.
Absolutely. Come on.
What do you guys think about this? I think if golf is becoming a game that is not fun to you anymore, go out and play a couple rounds without keeping score. Because again, like I mentioned earlier, if you do not keep scoring a round, you do not have a measure of success. And I think that's a lot of the times what we base a good or bad round off of is purely score. Instead of like, hey, wow, I didn't 3-putt a single hole through 18 holes. Or, God, I hit 50% of fairways. My irons were off that day. You have, if you don't keep scoring around, you have no measure of success to get mad at it.
So I have never ever done this, but I do not have a problem with it. I've never tried it myself. Because I don't think not to brag, I've not been down bad enough to need to. But I have seen no issues with this. I think it would probably work. I just cannot say for sure myself that it would work, but I think it would.
Because then, like at this point, you can literally go and you can go out and you can hit 5-iron punch shots from 170 yards in the fairway. You can hit 58-degree flop shots when you normally would hit a 54.
Yeah.
You can hit a fucking 7-iron punch shot off the tee on a par 3 and roll it up onto the green. Mm-hmm. You can do that type of shit because, again, there's no measure of success at that point.
See, I'll do that. I'll mess around with that type of stuff, even when I am keeping my score. I guess it just doesn't bother me as much, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I don't see any issues with it whatsoever. I can see it would definitely benefit people. I just haven't done it, so maybe I'll give it a shot and see how it goes.
Yeah, I know when I first started golfing, if I was having a bad round, like I don't know, like Becca was having this last weekend, yeah. I would just announce like I'm not going to play this hole. I would take a hole off and then I would quit keeping score for the rest of the round. So I'd be like on hole 9 or whatever, 10, I'd just chill out, play in the cart or sit in the cart or whatever, or walk it out, just take a breather hole, and then I would just hit the ball around after that for the next 9 or 10 holes. And it not only is it good for the mental, but I think it also like telling that to yourself and believing that, like, and actually believing it also helps you make good contact and all that stuff. Cause you're not,
Aren't you going to get a little curious though?
No, that's what I'm saying. You just play a couple rounds without keeping score.
I know, but that's why you take the hole off, Tyler. That's why you take one hole off, is because then your round is already nullified.
Jake, I paid for 9 or 18 holes. I will not be taking a hole off.
Does that mean you'll be playing tips too then, if you paid for the whole course?
Yes. No, I didn't pay for those. I didn't pay for the tips. I paid for the whites. What do we play at from the Pro-Am? Whites? Fuck yeah. Thank God.
Yes.
I do genuinely believe, though, if you go out and play a couple rounds without keeping score, you're going to start to have more fun with the game.
Have you done it, Ryan?
Nope, but I'm going to the next couple rounds.
Okay.
I also think if the game is not becoming fun to you anymore, go play a scramble. Like we're going to do next week.
Right, during the Pine to Palm, you weren't having that great of a time for a little bit.
And that's what got me thinking about this whole thing is like, hey, that wasn't really fun to me.
Yeah, in the middle of the round, there's a clip of you just turning to the camera and go, golfing with the boys is way better than this.
It really is. Go out. I think here we're getting towards the end of the year, right? Fall time's coming up. We probably only have a month and a half of golf left. We may only have 5 or 6 rounds left this year.
Yep.
I think one thing people should do is they should get their group of friends together, get a 4-some, get an 8-some, whatever. Book an early tee time on like a Sunday morning before NFL football. Go out before you even tee off, get a cooler full of beers, leave the scorecards in the clubhouse, and just go out and swing your ass off.
That sounds like a great little Sunday. 6 a.m. tee time.
6 a.m. tee time, NFL football starting at noon.
Brisk.
Full cooler of beers with the boys. No scores are being recorded. Maybe playing a little 3-putt poker action.
Ooh.
That's the only thing that you're keeping track of.
Loser buys beers.
Yep. Maybe putting some money down each hole. Or putting some money down for 3-putt poker. Leaving the scorecards in the clubhouse. I think that's the best way to start making golf fun again.
Is that a perfect fall Sunday?
It may be.
Here's my perfect fall Sunday. Exactly what Ryan just described. 6 a.m. tee time. Foursome playing 3-putt poker, 18 holes. It goes great. I win. I used the money I won to buy the first round for everybody. We watch the Vikings. They win. The Vikings are done, 3 o'clock? I hop in a bow stand. I shoot a Boone and Crockett buck. I go home. It is great. I eat the backstrap from my deer. I enjoy the rest of my winnings with a glass of whiskey. And that is my perfect fall day.
Yeah, heading straight from the course to the sports bar. Not the sports bar, but a sports bar to watch NFL football.
Straight to the deer stand.
I think that's the perfect way to end the season. Damn. Not to be like, oh, days are getting shorter again. It's like, no, it's like, I'm just being realistic with it. We may only have 5 rounds left.
Yeah.
There's also people out there that can't even golf. They can't golf because they have back injuries or shoulder injuries or whatever. But here I am. I'm getting fucking pissed off about the most beautiful Sunday morning round.
Have you
because I kept score, and for me it's like, because I teeter the line between 79 and 80. Like that 80 mark is like the very middle of my game. So when I'm not below it, I'm mad. When I'm above it, I'm mad. It's like the only time I can be happy is when I shoot a 79 or better.
Yeah. You mentioned.
So if we don't keep score, then there's no measure of success.
Don't keep score. No more scorecards. Have fun. Except we will have to keep score at the Pro-Am.
We will, yeah. We got to submit a score.
Oh, that's fine. We got 4 shots.
Yeah.
But next time, no scores. You mentioned some guys can't golf like because they have back injuries. Have you seen the carts for people that can't walk? Those things are insane.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah.
They probably cost like $50,000.
Yeah, but they're badass carts.
Yeah. I mean, not that you would go out and buy one, but like they make these like crazy pieces of equipment just so people can go out and have some enjoyment, you know?
Right. And so like I don't know what the people's life story is, but for some reason they do not have the ability to stand and swing.
Yep.
So they're like strapped into this sit down, like I don't mean this insensitive, but it actually looks like Professor X's cart in the cartoon X-Men. It's like the exact same shape.
Sure.
And then they get up to the ball and it like stands them up. They can swing, and then it sits them back down, and they can drive it like a regular cart, and then go up onto the green with it. It's
crazy.
Super cool.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
And like, I know it's a bad look to use equipment when you don't need it, but I really want to try one. It doesn't look fun, but it looks fun. You guys know what I mean. I'm not trying to be.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
We know.
It looks sweet.
It would be interesting to try it out just once.
Yes, it would.
Sorry.
Nobody fucking cancel me, okay?
Sorry, one more thing to add to making golf fun again. Motorcycles. The golf cart motorcycles.
Those are sweet.
And add little jumps in the fairway.
That'd be even great too.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You get to stroke off if you can do a cool trick.
Yeah.
You and your 3 buddies each getting a motorcycle and ripping around the course.
Yeah, and then we all start together on the fairway, and then we all just slowly branch off to all 4 directions of our ball. We all hit our shots and then convene back together. Just a perfect figure 8 of shittiness.
I will be driving because at the course I have a membership at, they have those there, and I just have yet to ride them.
Really?
It's stupid. I don't know why I don't.
You've never used them?
Never. I've never ridden one before.
Oh, they're great. The motorcycle things are great. Don't get like the weird 4-wheeler one, like
the golf boards.
I don't think I've used that.
I use those in Alaska. They're overrated.
Okay, I'm talking like so at Myrtle Beach, I got the motorcycle. The motorcycle was awesome. I loved it. Grandpa got like the weird sit-up 4-wheeler lawnmower hybrid thing. He absolutely hated it.
Yeah. I'm either a 2-wheel guy, 2-wheel or 4-wheel with comfy seats.
Yeah, the bikes are sweet. You'll like them.
Okay. Let's make golf fun again.
Make golf fun again.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Love you.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now.